Hi, we're Gang of Views, and we just covered Travis's song "Why Does It Always Rain on Me" for Like a Virgin.
I can't sleep tonight.
It's just a really timeless, beautiful song that we were able to kind of do it quickly and efficiently and beautifully in a way that we thought was at the right standard. And also, they're a band that's about as uncool as us, and I thought that was really sweet to do it. And we knew that it would irritate bespectacled music nerds everywhere, so it's kind of part of it as well.
Why does it always rain on me?
I first saw this song on Rage when I was a kid. It's something about its kind of like soaring melody and its super depressing, melancholic lyrics sort of spoke to me, and I loved, the sense of like everything sucking all the time, non-stop, which is something I think everyone can relate to. So I just think it's beautiful. I have a deep sense of homesickness when I hear it, actually.
Yeah, really homesickness.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the simplicity of the song. The arrangement just lets the vocal just soar. The fact it has got a string element on the original is obviously a draw for me. But fun to write some string parts and have the great players who came to perform it.
Why does it always rain?
I just love Fran's phrasing. There's in the chorus, the lines that he sings, even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the lightning. It's the rhythmic element of the way he sings it that I've always found so beautiful.
When the sun is shining, I can't avoid the light.
We're getting old, so we're starting to look for music from the 90s that makes us feel that adult contemporary Bridget Jones era London vibe.
Still life.
When it came to doing this cover, obviously the original is just, it's all laid out there already. And we're actually using quite similar instrumentation, so it was just adding to that beauty, a few new elements. Like Gang of Views, we love layering stuff up in Gang of Views, so it's getting the flow, ebb and flow of the piece, and ultimately letting Dave do his thing.
You can't mess around too much with a song as iconic and simple as that, without kind of spoiling the soup a little bit. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah, we just wanted to retain the elements of that were really beautiful, but strip it back make it without a drum kit. Sort of this AM radio adult contemporary vibe. Like I was like, how can we make this sound like Dido would have done it? I think it was in 2015 when we were just little babies. We did All My Friends by LCD Sound System, and that is probably still one of my favourite things we've ever done, one of my favourite covers. But then the last one we did was the Biggie. I always loved covering songs that have huge emotional weight and nostalgia that appeal to lots of people but still sit in kind of like a more esoteric indie sort of setting. I mean, that's basically how Gang of Views has fooled its way into the cultural consciousness by ripping off all this other stuff and just being average at it. So I'm always terrified walking into this room. It's like trauma coming in here because the pressure's enormous for me because I'm a nasty perfectionist when it comes to absolutely everything. So being self-critical, it's hard for me. But when you nail it, and like I personally loved what we did for Blood. I don't know if we nailed it necessarily, but I loved what we did. It's hugely satisfying. Like versions of our songs have been better than the original. So Odette did Magnolia, and I was telling her, I met her for the first time last night. It's so much better than the original Magnolia that it makes me want to quit music because that woman's unbelievably talented. And these other dudes, Nothing But Thieves, who supported us on our first headline show in London in 2014, did What Can I Do If the Fire Goes Out, and it's significantly better.
Yeah, we can't talk about that because it's actually better than us.
It's way better. There's too much iconic stuff that happens.
Even when the sun is shining, I can't avoid the
I guess if people hadn't heard Travis, then there's a
Go
whole
listen to Travis.
modern audience who probably haven't.
Yeah.
Go listen to Travis.
Yeah, and also let go of your cynicism and stop trying to be so cool. No one thinks you're cool. Just be you.